They used to say, leave politics to politicians and school to students. But in reality, they said this to distract us from our reality, from our responsibility, from our power. While we were studying, while we were singing the national anthem, while we were repeating peace, work, fatherland, they were contracting huge debts we will have to pay later. They were looting and embezzling public funds. They were running the country into the ground and auctioning it to the highest bidder. And we all said nothing because we thought politics had nothing to do with us. But in reality, it concerns us more than anything. It concerns the old and the young, the poor and the rich, the educated and the voiceless. Because politics is in everything. It is the quality of education. It is the price of bread and rice. It is the dirty water you drink. It is the constant power failure. It is you, unemployed, stuck in the quarter. It is your future being negotiated without you. In fact, politics is too important to be left only to the politicians and the aging elites. So, why do we need youth in politics? Simply because, far from being just one of their favorite political slogans, we are truly the spearhead of the nation. The future belongs to us. We are the one who will live the longest with the consequences of today's decisions. The debt incurred and the resources mismanaged today will heavily weigh on our shoulders tomorrow. But unfortunately, we have the least to say. That's not just unfair, it's dangerous. We also need a seat at the table where decisions are made. We must take part in the running of our country in every possible way. Also, as young people, we can bring new energy, strength, and fresh ideas. Youth doesn't mean inexperience. It means creativity, courage, and vision. We are not tied to old political deals. We dare to think differently. We know the tools of the century. We speak the language of now. And that's exactly what our country needs. Lastly, silence won't save us. In fact, it will do the opposite. Every time we refuse to act, someone else decides in our place. If we don't show up, corrupt systems stay in place. If we stay quiet, things stay broken. And what we don't fix now, we'll have to suffer later. Thankfully, over time, we've started to see a rise in youth awareness around politics in Cameroon. Many young people are beginning to understand how important their role in politics is for making things better. They are starting to realize the strength they have as a group, and many are registering to vote. This growing awareness is a hopeful sign, even though it's still not strong enough to create real impact. The youth make up the majority of the population, yet only about 2.7 million young people are registered on the electoral list according to Elecam. Far fewer than Cameroonians aged 36 and above. That's why more young people of Cameroon must recognize what's at stake and get involved in politics actively, consistently, and with courage. Just as youths of Tunisia and Egypt in 2011 during the Jasmine Revolution and the Arab Spring. Just as those of Burkina Faso during the 2014 uprising, or those of Senegal in the Yanama movement. To all young Africans and Cameroonians in particular, we do not necessarily need to replace the elders. We can join them and blend our ideas. Their wisdom needs our fire. Their experience needs our courage. And our dreams needs their guidance. We can build the future by erasing the past. But we can survive the present by silencing the future either. This is not generational war. It is generational alliance. An alliance to save what can still be saved and build what still needs to be built. We are not the leaders of tomorrow. We are co-leaders of today. And now is the time to rise, to get registered on the electoral list, to get informed, to get involved, to take our place at the table, in our communities, in our schools, in our neighborhoods, and yes, in politics. Because if you don't lead the nation forward, no one will do it for us.